Hi folks, this is Pete from Ashton's Cars, and today I'm showing you around a 2009 Mercedes E320 Sport. So this is the last of the line of this particular shape of E-Class. This was replaced in 2009. Personally, I think this is a much more elegant looking car than the one that replaced it. Reason we bought this particular one, well, it did come in part exchange in fairness, but the reason I'm attracted to this particular car is it's only done 64,000 miles from new. Exceptionally low mileage for one of these. I had a quick scan online earlier and I can't find one really with less than 100,000 miles. Most of these have done 150, 180,000 miles because they're big motorway munching cars. But this one really is quite exceptional. Literally got full service history, a massive folder of receipts. I've got a carrier bag full of receipts actually for this car. It's got the full sport spec with the 18-inch wheels, front and rear park sensors, full black leather interior, which I'll show you in just a minute. It's a car for someone who enjoys the finer things in life, but who doesn't really want to be paying through the nose for them. Because I've been driving this car for 2 days, it's doing 40 miles per gallon, which is exceptionally good for a big 6-cylinder diesel. It's a very powerful car. It's also going to be a relatively cheap price. I mean, it's obviously one of the more expensive of its type around because it's the last year they did this shape, and it's the lowest mileage one that I can find for sale currently in the UK. But it's relatively low mileage when you compare it to the sort of luxury you have on offer and what a new shape E-Class would cost you. And this really does drive like a new car. Sport models, they've got the lower suspension, which you used to find on the Avant-Garde. The Avant-Garde was done away with, though, a few years before this, and it became the Sport. So it's got the lower sort of ride height, nice twin exhaust to the rear of it, plenty of nice chrome trim on the bumpers and all those little Mercedes things that you tend to like on these cars. Nice chrome running strip along the back as well. And, oh, let me show you while I'm here. The boot, because it's huge, absolutely capacious boot. Do the seats fold down in it though? No idea why they never used to offer that as an option on these, but the boot's huge. It's a massive space in there, and it's got quite a good wide opening, so it's quite easy to access as well. Shut that without getting my my little tag caught. So let's just zoom out very slightly just to show you the sort of quality of the car. I think it still looks quite an imposing vehicle. They're nice and long, and with it being a sport, it's that bit lower than the standard E-Class. The 18-inch wheels are original. They've got a couple of little marks on them. The worst of them is this. A couple of small marks on the spokes, look. And they will do with a little bit of a clean, which we'll do on them before it goes anywhere. This car, as you see it now, is as I've been driving it for the last few days, so it's got a bit of road dirt on it. But I've thought I'd show you it like this because I've really enjoyed driving this car. The sort of grunt from that 6-cylinder diesel, it's just a tidal wave of torque that just, blasts you off, really gets you out of trouble very quickly, and yet it looks so elegant. So really nice car. It's come from a customer who's bought a few cars off us in the past, so tends to look after his vehicles very well. I'll show you the back first. We've got the ruffled leather on the door, which will certainly appeal to some. If you enjoy your golf and the finer things in life, this will be an interior that you warm to very quickly, I'm sure. You've got a very large bench seat, very spacious, very deep seats on this car. Plenty of legroom, plenty of headroom as well. Little bits of wood accent trim and chrome. And some air vents there, which allow the air conditioning to pump straight to the rear passengers. Keep them nice and cool. Moving forward, again, plenty of space here. The seats are in good condition, the leather's nice on it. It's got this lovely stitching on it, this leather has as well. You can tell it's one of the higher spec models. You can tell I haven't cleaned it as well yet, but hey, this is as it came into us. And when a car comes in this clean, you almost want to show off the fact that it's been looked after. This isn't a valeted condition. This is how the previous owner kept his car. It's always nice to see a car that's been kept pretty clean, pretty tidy, and it hasn't got all litter in it and stuff like that. So you know, we see some horrors when we're in this job in the trade. When a car comes in like this, when it's 13 years old and it's presented to you in this sort of condition, you know full well that it's been looked after properly. And I know full well the gentleman who owned this car previously looked after his vehicles. So, jumping inside, I've got a lovely wood filled cabin, nice clear dials, typical Mercedes. 64,144 miles on the clock. Needs a service. It's saying 1,000 miles overdue, but we will be doing that before it goes anywhere.
Okay, well, now, you know, I'm so happy that you have, because now you've got the chance.
I'll just scan onto that so you can see what's going on here. So that's from my reset. The car's actually done 36.2 miles per gallon, but I've had it sat in the cleaning bay for a little bit today. So that's partly down to that. It was doing 40 miles per gallon when I was driving it yesterday. I'll just give it a very quick rev. You can't miss the sound of that 6-cylinder diesel. It's quite distinctive. Really tough engine in these cars. Heated seats as well for the passenger and driver. Separate controls for passenger and driver on the heating. And I've got navigation as well on this car. It's not the most up-to-date system in the world, but it does the job perfectly well. It's a 6-disc CD changer, and I've got Bluetooth telephone, so I can keep myself nice and legal while I'm driving around in it. I've got a few oddment spaces and cup holders in here. Everything glides with precision, and everything feels like it's been built to last an absolute eternity. Little drawer there for your change. There's plenty of space for your passenger as well. Nice big deep door bins as well, which will take a few bottles of water if you need to on a longer journey. Everything that you could possibly want from a car really in this Mercedes, and of course you've got that unmistakable view down the bonnet of that 3-pointed star, which I just always love. It's like looking down the barrel of a gun, isn't it? Cruise control obviously is a standard Merc feature. I wish every manufacturer just put their stalk there for it. You just press up and the car is in cruise mode. Really, really easy to use, really good. No fiddly switches or anything like that. And if you press that in, it does have a speed limiter function with a little light that comes on there. I have got the 7-speed transmission on this. It's really, the sort of 7-speed transmission on these Mercedes is really sought after, and generally very, very well regarded. And it has got the paddles on the steering wheel, so I can change manually if needed. Merc did a software update for these 7G Autos a couple of years ago, and this one has, I'm pleased to say, gone into the Mercedes dealer, had the full software upgrade on it. The change is absolutely seamless on it, and if you do put it in manual, it makes it even more fun. But for the most part, I've got it in automatic mode, in comfort setting as well, although there is a sport should you wish to push harder. But when you've got as much torque as this car is, it's not about dropping it down a gear. It's got the urge and the grunt there to overtake literally in seconds, and you know, when you put your foot down on it, it's only the traction control that's stopping the car from wheel spinning, even in second and third gear. Let me just turn that off so it's a bit quieter in here. I've got the aircon blasting because it's boiling today, so I'm going to get out here now and show you the outside again. If you're looking for a luxury car, you can't go wrong with an E-Class. I just always think these are the happy ground for me in between. The C-Class I find a little bit too small perhaps, but I'm a big guy. And obviously you can see in the background there, I've actually got an S-Class in stock currently, and it's a lovely car. It's an absolute beauty, but it is a bit impractical when you come to parking it in Tesco's because it's just too big. The E-Class, it fits in a normal parking space, but it's big enough that it feels proper and it's luxurious, and it does look quite mean by being this long and this low. So I personally love these cars. It is rust free as well, this one. I mean, if you're looking at older ones of these, certainly you're going to need to watch the arches on them. It tends to be the only real problem that you get, but they do tend to rust out a little bit on the wheel arches. The newer ones, I think they galvanized them. They use better steel on these sort of 07 on facelifted models, and you can tell them because they've actually got the indicators on the wing mirrors. the older model of the E-Class will look similar, but with the indicator on the actual wing itself, and they tend to be the ones that you have the rust on. But if this is of interest to you, please give me a call. My number is 07932 873 646. Please feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe to our channel, please, for more videos like this. And I hope you drop by again. Thanks ever so much for watching. My number, one more time, just for any inquiries, is 07932 873 646. Have a great day. Goodbye.